Uh, we live. Morning, everybody. It's so good to be connecting with you. I've got a little bit of time this morning, so I'd like to just quickly share something with you. Yeah, it's a very interesting, hopefully short story. And yeah, just to fulfill my commitment to share something out of my own life every day. I've got this massive blue scar under my arm, yeah, right now. And it's a proper beautiful bruise colored reminder of what happens when you face something that you didn't want to do. It happened this weekend, was my birthday last week at the Sky Park on top of the Harties cable car ride. Something that we decided that we wanted to do, and because it's me and my little daughter's birthday in the same week, we got 50% discount. And I didn't want to go do this. I mean, I'm a little bit afraid of heights, so the cable car is it's a bit shaky for me already. I know, I mean, that's the most boring thing that you can do in the whole world, but get on top of this massive mountain and to still go climb another sky park thing with cables and hooks, that sounds a bit daunting to me. So if you look down 30 meters up, you don't just see the ground, you're looking down 500 meters type of thing. So that's a very big challenge for me. It was very high. It looked super dangerous, and I had already mentally clocked out of this whole idea. I wasn't gonna go up this Sky Park thing. But then my whole family decided we're doing it together. Oh my gosh! And how do you say no to your wife and your daughter who's afraid of heights? So we all got harnessed up. We were walking the obstacles, clipping on and clipping off cables. And at one point, my little girl just froze. And I could see that she was terrified. We told her, you can go down if you want to, Zoe. You don't have to keep going. She tried a little bit longer, and then, I mean, the tears were just flowing. And she said, yes, Daddy, I want to go down. And then the guy turned to me and he says, "You wanna go down also?" Without thinking, I said, "Yes." Uh, he smiles and says, "Okay, just take just why not just take the zip line down?" And I'm thinking, "What? I wanna go down, not up. Now I must go to the top of this damn thing, and I must take the zip line down." That's even higher. Yes, but here I was, on my way to the zip line, I slipped and my arm was over the cable that it was hooked onto, and it just got me there. It wasn't sore at the time. I fell for about half a meter to my death. Ah! Type of thing like that. So, yeah, so basically, I was just hanging there on the cable above the trees and heart racing. Yeah, so I just slipped. Um, And, yeah, it was basically an instinctive grab onto the line. Um, yeah, and it burnt this blue mark into my arm. And it's a nice reminder of what happens, I think, when fear and action collides. We will get hurt sometimes in the process. And here's the thing, I made it across. I made it down the zip line. It was absolutely incredible. I faced something that I didn't want to face. And in this specific process, I created a memory with my family that I will never ever forget in my life. So this bruise is more than just a mark. Um, it's it resembles the fact that I was courageous in facing my fear of heights, and I created a memory with with my family. It's also proof that I didn't allow fear to call the shots in my life and in my family that specific day. And it sort of got me thinking over the last 2 days. This is exactly what happens inside Band of Brothers community. Every man comes in with his own bruises, his own physical hurts, emotional pains, and spiritual disappointments. And we carry proof of the fights that we've avoided or lost. we carry proof of it. And the moment that we start speaking, darkness starts losing its grip because the truth is, silence protects fear. Um, but when we are brutally honest, speaking the damn truth, it kills fear. Um, so one of the guys sent a message this week that hit me really deep. He said, Jesus is the lamb for our sins, but Jesus is not a sheep. He's not a ba follower. He's the Lion of Judah, the one who leads the army with a mighty sword. And he said, I listened to one of the lessons, and he feels like Spider Man. My biggest curse might become my biggest blessing. And that's it right there. I think he also sent me these messages on Saturday. That's the sound of a man stepping out of silence into his own strength, his own character. It's the sound of someone realizing that the very thing that broke him can become the thing that blesses others. I promise you, I have the most amazing gift that addiction has given me, and that is the ability to walk and live this life not as a zombie. And his message actually reminded me again that courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's what happens when love becomes louder than the fear. This bruise under my arm, it's a small bruise. It's not very big and it's not painful at all. But it's proof that I said yes to something that I didn't feel ready for. It's a reminder that sometimes the reward for facing fear isn't the adrenaline, it's the memory, it's the moment in time that we mark for ourselves. And that's what the brotherhood is all about. It's about creating memories of courage, it's about building strength and having one honest confession, conversation, sharing our hearts at a time. Because when men start speaking, fear and darkness will lose its power. So here's what I want to say to every man and every wife of a man listening to this message here this morning. Your bruise might still be fresh, your hurt may still be loud, but don't let that stop you from stepping onto the line. Because on the other side of your fear is an amazing story. And that story is what your family and your brothers here at Grace Online and your sisters and your God will use to set other people free. I'd like to invite you to face the thing that you're afraid of, to say what you've been hiding, and to join a brotherhood of men who don't need perfection. It's all about progress and truth based progress and progress towards truth that is light. And one day, when you look back at your own scars, you'll absolutely remember that this is the space where courage left its fingerprint, left its mark. Courage left its mark. So, but no story will ever be formed if you refuse to speak the truth and to surround yourself with um, like minded men who's been through the same space where you may be finding yourself right now. Thanks for listening to me. I see my time's up. Our next meeting's about to start. We'll connect again soon.